Well, here we go, ladies and gents. The decks that I went 3-3-1 at the event for YCS Pasadena, scrubbing out during round 7 with Andrew and his Mystic Mind deck, which I then came back day 2 to get some cards autographed by the voice actor of Jaden Yuki. Let's start the show! Alright, so first off, we're going to get into our Despia engine, 3 Aluber, bread and butter of the deck. If I had a Monster Spirit, this would probably be the guy. Not much that can really be said. He stops effects from going off. If one of your fusions dies, and his main effect is when you summon it, you get any branded spell or trap from your deck. 2 copies of Tragedy, just, you know, to search it when you fuse and do stuff, and 1 copy of Ad-Lib to get your big bodies back. That's it for the Despia engine. We're running those 3 Fawn of Albaz. Yes, 3 copies of it did come up. I put 3 in there just in case of Tier Elements. I only saw them twice in the entire 7 rounds, and whenever I saw them, I never had the Bestial package to stop them from going off. But we'll get into them later. And 2 Blazing Cartasia, because let's just be honest, this thing is so much better, and it's going to just get better than the Ecclesia for Sword Soul. So that's the Albaz package. Next, into the Bestial package. 3 copies of Bestial Magnum Hut. This is the main one that you want to start with. Searches any dragon during the end phase after the turn that he's summoned. And the 3 main ones are all DD Crows, essentially. But your opponent has to have a monster in order to trigger their effects off. 3 Druid Swarm. Because, in my opinion, this is the second best one. Because this one just says, oh yeah, let me just get rid of 2 bodies on your board with the trap card instead of 1. 1 Serenir, I see a lot of people playing 2 of this guy, but I personally think he's the weakest one, because if you're not running the spell on the trap, he's kind of pointless. And even then, once you meld the spell of the trap, that's basically it. 2 Bestial Lubellion to round off the Bestial package. I have 3, but I was only running 2 because 3 of them gets bricky, and if you don't go first, 2 of them is perfect. And you guys know me, I like going second. I like that extra draw. For hand traps, we got 2 Ash, 2 Bell, and 2 Valor. The Valor actually came up a couple of times. Bell, I never saw it when I needed it. Ash, Ash is just Ash. Helped occasionally. Into the spell cards, 3 Branded Fusion. You run no less of this card while you can run it at 3. This card is absolutely busted. Semi-controversial, I'm only running 2 Branded Opening. I think if I was running more of the Despia package, I would be running 3 of these, which is probably the change that I'm going to make, because I might just cut the Bestial package and just go into other stuff. Because they came up, but they didn't come up as much, if that makes any sense. Which is weird to say. It's like they're, on paper, they are great in the Terra Elements matchup, but not so great in the Sprite matchup. So, yeah, my losses were to 2 Sprites, 2 Tiers, no, once I beat Sprite, I don't remember. It was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I'm sorry. 2 Branded in Red, 1 copy of the Theater, because I feel like even with the Cartasia, I feel like I really have to have this card. 1 Branded Regained, 2 Allure of Darkness. I know should probably be running 3, but 3 just seemed to clog, and I would always draw none of my dark monsters and just lose my entire hand, which sucks. 3 Super Poly. A lot of people are on the fence about this card. Some people say it should be banned. It probably should, but it's also a great equalizer as well for all the people who set up the Break My Board decks. 1 Call by the Grave, because we can still only have 1 for some reason. Come on, bump it up to 2 or 3. If you're not going to bump it up to 2 or 3, just ban it. because one just makes it a sacky piece of garbage, and one copy of Branded Beast because this trap card's actually really surprisingly good. Alright, into the extra deck. We have 42 cards here, by the way. So into the extra deck, Standard Mirror Jade. This card is broken. 2 Libellion, and 2 Branded, and as well as the Titanic Lad. This actually came up and actually won me a couple of games. He almost never came up. I never saw him. I never fought anybody with the mirror match. For the Despia monsters, we've got 2 of my favorite Masquerade, Quiritus, 1 Guardian Chimera because it comes up, and then the 3 Super Poly targets. Not really much else to say here. This card is busted. Alright. Into the side deck, 3 Dimension Shifters for the tier matchup. Alright, everyone hears about the raw sphere mode. This is better. This is better 100,000% of the time because it stops tribute summons as well. And you just put everything in defense mode so they can just never get rid of it. Say screw you to Flunderies. That was one of the other decks that I beat, was Flunderies. It just did that. They just didn't get to go off, and went in time. 3 Dark Hole. You're probably wondering why Dark Hole. This was specifically for the Mystic Mind matchup. Didn't see it all day. Feather Duster, the Zombie World to go with, you know, the Necroworld Banshee, the Expulsion to go with the Ib, Viruses for the Flu matchup, Viruses for the that quick play spell thing, Runic. Yeah. So yeah, scrubbed out 3-3-1, 3 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. On paper, it's supposed to have a good matchup against tier, but of course the 2 times that I saw it, didn't win, didn't see any of the hand traps I needed, and they of course saw everything. I actually lost and dropped the last round because the guy frickin' dropped the Sister on me when he chained it to my Branded Fusion. Which is sad because I was going to just surrender because I wanted to go home. But no, he had to drop the big salt into the wound.
Spooky Dogwood, right?
Yep, Spooky Dogwood. It's like, oh yeah, gain the life points. And we already had a time extension because he tried to say one of my cards didn't work the way that it's supposed to. But whatever. So, anyways, it was good games all the way around. All of you at the YCS watching this, thank you for what is probably my last competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Event in my life, unless something happens, because I am basically retiring from the game competitively. Don't worry, if any of you want to duel me, I'll still do casual, but competitively, I am just done because Konami is not fixing this game like they're supposed to, and nothing I can do about it. So, until next time, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down below for notifications, and we'll catch you guys later.